The Churchill-Roosevelt Highway stands as a vital artery in Trinidad's transportation network. This bustling thoroughfare connecting the capital city of Port of Spain with the eastern part of the island carries a rich history. Its origins lie not in the usual demands of a growing nation, but in the tumultuous years of World War II. The highway's construction was a direct result of a wartime agreement between two of the 20th century's most iconic leaders, Winston Churchill and Franklin Delano Roosevelt. This agreement, known as the Destroyers for Bases Agreement, would have a lasting impact on Trinidad, shaping the landscape and leaving an indelible mark on the island's history. The Churchill-Roosevelt Highway, originally known as the Fort Reed Highway, was born out of military necessity. During World War II, the United States, seeking to bolster its presence in the Caribbean, entered into an agreement with Great Britain. In exchange for 50 aging destroyers, the United States was granted access to establish military bases on British territories in the Caribbean, including Trinidad. One of the key strategic locations was Waller Field, which would become a major airbase for the United States Army Air Forces. The existing road network in Trinidad was deemed inadequate for the rapid transport of troops and supplies between the newly established Waller Field, renamed Fort Reed, and the harbour in Port of Spain. A new road, one capable of handling heavy military traffic, was urgently needed. Thus began the construction of the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway, a testament to the wartime alliance between the United States and Great Britain. The highway's construction was a significant undertaking, requiring the clearing of dense tropical vegetation and the construction of bridges and culverts to navigate the island's terrain. The construction of the highway was not without its challenges. The tropical climate, with its heavy rains and scorching sun, posed constant obstacles. Materials were often scarce, as the war effort prioritized resources for the front lines. Yet, despite these difficulties, the project pushed forward, driven by the urgency of wartime. The story of the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway is inextricably linked to the Destroyers for Bases Agreement, a pivotal moment in World War II diplomacy. With the threat of Nazi Germany looming large, Great Britain found itself in dire need of warships to protect its vital shipping lanes. The United States, while officially neutral at the time, was sympathetic to the plight of its closest ally. The Destroyers for Bases Agreement, signed on September 2, 1940, provided a solution to both countries' needs. The United States, eager to bolster its defenses in the Atlantic, agreed to transfer 50 aging destroyers to the Royal Navy. In exchange, Great Britain granted the United States a 99-year lease on a series of naval and air bases in its territories in Newfoundland, Bermuda, and the Caribbean. This agreement, while controversial at the time, proved to be a crucial turning point in the war, strengthening the Allied cause and paving the way for increased American involvement in the conflict. The impact of the Destroyers for Bases Agreement was immediately felt in Trinidad. The island, strategically located at the southern end of the Caribbean archipelago, became a hub of military activity. The United States Army Air Forces established a significant presence at Waller Field, transforming it into a bustling airbase. The influx of American personnel and equipment brought about rapid change to the island, as sleepy villages were transformed into bustling military towns. The construction of the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway was a direct consequence of this wartime agreement. The highway, named after the two leaders who had forged the agreement, served as a tangible symbol of the Anglo-American alliance. It was a testament to the shared sacrifices and the common goal of defeating fascism. The Churchill-Roosevelt Highway, initially known as the Fort Reed Highway, was completed in 1942. For the duration of the war, it served its intended purpose, providing a vital link between Fort Reed and the harbour in Port of Spain. Military vehicles, transporting troops, supplies and equipment had priority on the highway, which was patrolled by military police. Civilians, for the most part, were restricted from using the highway, except in special circumstances. The end of World War II in 1945 brought about a change in the highway's status. With the decline in military activity, the need for a restricted military road diminished. The Trinidad and Tobago government, recognizing the highway's potential as a public thoroughfare, began the process of opening it up to civilian traffic. This transition, however, was not without its challenges. The highway, built for military purposes, lacked many of the safety features of a civilian road. On October 4, 1949, the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway was officially opened to civilian traffic. This marked a significant milestone in Trinidad's development, as it improved connectivity between the capital city and the eastern part of the island. The highway quickly became a vital artery for commerce and transportation, facilitating the movement of goods and people. The once restricted military corridor had been transformed into a symbol of progress and connectivity. The Churchill-Roosevelt Highway stands today as a testament to Trinidad's wartime history and its enduring connection to the United States and Great Britain. Over the years, the highway has undergone numerous expansions and improvements to accommodate the island's growing population and traffic volume. The highway is not without its challenges. Traffic congestion, particularly during peak hours, is a persistent issue. Accidents are not uncommon as drivers navigate the busy thoroughfare. The government of Trinidad and Tobago continues to invest in infrastructure projects aimed at improving traffic flow and safety on the highway. Despite these challenges, the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway remains a vital artery in Trinidad's transportation network. It is a symbol of the island's wartime history, its enduring connection to the wider world, and its ongoing journey of development and progress. The highway, named after two of the 20th century's most iconic leaders, serves as a reminder of the enduring power of alliances forged in times of adversity.